morning, my students. I am addressing this towards my first year students as a chairman or dean of Institute Relations and Alumni Affairs. So this starts me in my mind that almost decades back, when I introduced into the system as a first year student, what I should be eager about, and in this particular respect, what is the MU as dealing with us. My dear students, I'll be telling you how to take the care of the MUs and which can excel your studies. So this is our first slide, is talking about the MOUs or Memorandum of Understandings of National Institute of Technology of Agartala with centrally funded technical institutes, the research lab, and other organizations. With these, and you will find, that's enough. And this memorandum of understanding, first question comes to our mind. Why the MOUs are there? What do you mean for that? It's typically, if we talk about our structure, we are under a centrally funded technical institutes. There are numerous centrally funded technical institutes in India. And you will find that we are being guided by a council, by like NIT Council or say IIT Council. Now our structure, the teaching structure and the academic structure, almost the same. So after some time, if we feel that there should be an exchange of our product or say our byproduct, and that is the students, where they can excel of themselves by an essence. So that's why I have already told that what is an essence, what is explore, and what is excel. The essence is that you just go through the MU, you find out what is the words are meaningful to you or not, and then you explore the possibility to inculcate that MU to making your career, and you excel through this or any other MOU, which will be beneficial for you itself. And you will be studying, you will be doing research in different organizations, and definitely that will bring a typical type of the upliftment of yourself. If we segregate into the types of MU, these are basically clustered into academic MOU, where the academic matters are only being dealt. Some of the research MUs are there, which are dealing with the research organization, and some of the industrial MUs are there, which are the NIT Agartala has signed these MUs with the industry organization to deal with the industry academia into considerations, and their separate goal and achievement. And my dear students, I am telling these citing one the Brian Tracy, was you find in Wikipedia and all other things, and that's also Brian Tracy, one is the most influential speaker nowadays in the field of the engineering and economic upliftment, even during his COVID era, where the recession goes on. So he said that be a lifelong student, and the more you learn, the more you earn, and the more self-confidence you will have. So I am telling you, the first year motto will be like that you don't thrush away a scope of your study, or say a scope of your inculcating your knowledge. That's my submission. With the submission, I start with elaborating the MOUs one after another. Time is very short. Whatever written here, I'll be leaving to you, every one of you, through an email or so, what I'll be placing in our website. Only the thing, my lectures, if you follow this one, which will tell you how to exploit these MUs in favor of yourself. So we have near about 16 number of MUs. And also, in the next page, you will find 9 number of MUs. So altogether, these MUs are started from 2014 and up to the date. Now, if we tell about these MOUs, you'll see the somewhere in the red lines, which brings a new type of thing towards our eventual matches towards our NIT Agartala, which are deliberately, we kept it there itself, and we'll discuss in details while the time will come. And just like that, these sort of things, this 25 plus another 5 is there, so 30 MOUs are not in the shelf, and these are keeps on rolling. As our whole management, as well as the system, believes that keeping the MOUs after signing in the shelf, that only gather dust, unless until it is being exploited by the students, and that's why the students are doing that one. So every year, you will find after the third year, near about say 20 students are going to different IITs for doing their the 7th and 8th semester to be induced into the PhD system without any facing the gate. This I'll tell you later on. And then these are the meaningful MOUs where our students are exercising these. And that's why you are none other the less of these things, and I do believe that any student's involvement is there and he can excel like anything. So this is basically with VNIT Nagpur. This is this particular MOU is for with our PG students who are in the material science and engineering. The first semester they will be doing it here, and the second semester they will be in VNIT Nagpur. And this is nothing but an extension of the MOU with VNIT Nagpur. The thing is that this brings us a typical essence of the students towards the VNIT Nagpur, where our students can also join some of the research labs, some of the doing some the extra time in your extra time, doing some research there itself. Or say during a summer they can go for a summer internship. Next is this particular thing where is something like with IIT Delhi, and that brings out it's an early admission towards their PhD program. We signed it very recently. I think it is in the 27 that is in the February of this year. And there our director of the NIT Agartala and director of IIT Delhi both are standing together. Myself there with my the counterpart, Professor Jacob. And this is nothing but typically the early admission towards the BTech program, and which is they extended in every stage. What in every stage? Even in our the BSMS, BTMT, all sort of programs, they say that just before the completion of the year, while they do be pre-final year, if we term it, if they are going there itself, and then they apply for the early PhD program. So definitely with their the minimum requirement is around say 8.5 CGPA or something like that, and any good student can maintain that one, and thereafter he will be induced or she will be induced into the program and complete it after the 8th semester, and get get back the credit transfer will be there itself, and thereafter he can excel with the life of doing his PhD there is IIT Delhi. So think of a student who joins at NIT Agartala. He never think of that dreaming for going to IITs, but we are giving a scope through this our MOU that one student can excel in his life. If he desire, he can reach to any of the IITs, being the top. So this is nothing but an extension of NIT Warangal, this earlier MOUs with there. And it gives us another facility that the students exchange for a full semester with credit transfer. Say in your the second year or third year, if some students they have chosen that we want to go to NIT Warangal for doing our the full semester, so that this full semester is allowed, and then the credit earned been there, and then will be transferred back to NIT Agartala. And side by side, this particular MOU being extended towards the faculty member of NIT Agartala and also the NIT Warangal. They can exchange of themselves. They can come and teach for one semester, and or say the faculty member of NIT Agartala, they can go to NIT Warangal and spend the time there itself for the whole semester. They take the stipulated the class loads and they teach and there itself and come there back. So it's a holistic type of thing. the students and teacher, both exchange are permissible. So my first year students, you can come to this particular office, our office, anytime, while we are in second year or third year, that you want to go for a typical type of the semester exchange with IIT Warrangal. Next is MOU with IIT Kanpur we do have, where it is basically related to river basin type of studies. Some of the students are very environmental the centric study they want to do for good for the environment and all these things. This is a social cry, this is a praise, and also we do feel as a teacher that the students should come forward to think about this environmental. So by this project, they can easily they come under this purview of the whatever abbreviated lines, and these lines are dealing with that. You can choose the environmental upliftment of our surroundings, even the Howrah River, Gumti River, and all that. And then you talk about all these things with expertise from IIT Kanpur, and then you incorporate into studies so that you can later induce into the IIT Kanpur or somewhere like that. The next MU is having with our the tutor and all that. And that, I have to tell that this, we are doing good as being the Institute of National Importance. We are also thinking for our own, the state. This is a Tripura Urban Development, this type of agency are there, and we are thinking, and we are just a knowledge partner. So what is a knowledge partner? The knowledge partner is that we are, the imparting knowledge about on the conceptual plan, soil exploration, structural design, dredging, and utilities there itself. And the question is that the way how these particular thing which is allotted towards the faculty member and the expertise, research expertise in the NIT Agartala being beneficial to my students. My students can take any of the under the civil engineering, any structural research, any soil research, something like that. And it is an industry oriented, it is application oriented, come with a certain sort of idea of improvisation, all these things, get your own guide and finalize a project. And hopefully this will give you a natural boosting to bringing the burning topics into your the research for excelling yourself. Now this particular MOU is a very recent one, and we just signed in the September. That is related to micro, small, and medium enterprise. As for the recent government the drive, and it should be, we are going for the local, and we're going for the localized resources, finding out the best to come from these localized resources through a mechanism. And that's why this the MSME is there. And that's why our expertise is something like that, assistance to SME in value engineering, including improvement in design. So in value engineering, how to inculcate the value from your side, being a student, and can think of that, and then you introduce this through your the department, and that can comes to us, and we'll send this one to MSME, and you will getting a great applause. And in future, that might be your the function, just like from a job seeker to job creator, and you can run your own industry. This particular MOU gives us a international the recognition. Sonoma State University, under the California State University the umbrella, and they are based in USA. And we signed an MOU on the August, almost a year back. And then the Professor Farid is there, the chairman, and chairman is their head and all that of the Sonoma State University. Our director is there, and my counterpart, Professor Sivakumar, and myself is there. So what we did to do is that Sonoma State University, they came to NIT Agartala. They have taken all the materials, the study materials of the NIT Agartala. They have analyzed India on academic forum, and they have given certification to some courses that if our students do these particular courses, there are 7 to 9 courses. These courses will be termed as done in Sonoma State University in California rather than here itself. So this is an international recognition of NIT Agartala and the NIT Agartala academic system, so that our student, after completion of the 7 or 9 courses, their transfer being the credit transfer takes place. How it takes place? That it takes place that we have to do around, say, the students has to do 9 units. 9 units means 22.5 credits. So you'll be doing 7 courses or something like that. It will be transferred in the BTech or it will be transferred in the MTech. There are 2 options. If a student of the computer science of the MTech, if he is joining here itself, complete all these courses and thereafter he transfer all these things there, so definitely in the MTech, he will be getting a direct transfer and he will be getting a degree from Sonoma State University in MSCES, that is Master of Science in Computer Science and Engineering. Automatically, it's in Silicon Valley, so placement doesn't matter there. So you'll get 400% placement, just like that. And think of a BTech guy who are also in electrical, electronics, EC, EIE, and we do have, and also the computer science. They complete these 9 units here itself, that get it transferred from after getting the BTech degree, this credit being transferred, so they get relief of these the 9 units. So time the spends is less. So per credit dollar spending is less. So definitely from NIT Agartala directly without any barrier or something like that, with the visa and all, limited visa and all these things, they will be the lending to San Francisco and get their dream out to there itself. I want to tell my students that when your first year will be off, you will be getting 3 or 4 more. That is University of Florida, University of one university from Italy, and University of Durban from the South Africa. These are also eager to sign an MOU. Hopefully within your the first year completions, you will be getting this essence of the MOUs also. This is actually with direct PhD program at IIT Guwahati. This I have already told that the students how the students having CGPA more than the 8.5 and 6 semester they can apply, and selection based on the written exam or interview. And what I say that you should be little bit care about take care of these things, so that your CGPA should maintain about 8.5. And once you are without any gate, you can get a direct entry. So no more time spending in the gate, rather than if you employ yourself or engage yourself for doing your own studies, that will give you that will give you definitely a boost of 8.5 is nothing. And I have seen. I'll share some of the stories at the end of this particular presentation. Now you see, sorry. Is there. So you can see that after this semester, then directly admitted to the IIT Guwahati and 10 courses and taught there. So it's a direct entry to this PhD program. Now we do have the same the type of NIT, this NIT Jalandhar, is in Punjab, and we do have a very good MOU with them. That is, we agree for a collaborative R&D and research and development, academic interactions leading to reform of curriculum. But what is the meaningful for the students? That the students exchange associated with the transfer of credit. It is almost like NIT Warangal. So definitely, there you can go there itself, spend a semester there, or say during in the summer you can do some summer intern there itself if you require and all that. If somebody from in the Punjab or say northern, he can enjoy a little bit of home and also the ambience of the academic, and then come back with the transfer of the credit. That particular thing we do have. And if you going for an intern for some sophisticated instrument which is not available in NIT Agartala, although we do have very good and sophisticated instruments as well as CRF, the other the dean will be talking about that, and that is one. And we want that the sharing the knowledge from vice versa, so that the academic growth cannot be hampered. So that is what's the essence of this particular MOU. Then we do have a typical research type of the central machine tools at Bangalore. They are doing very nice work. Even in comparing to these, the West German instruments and all these things, we have already surprised, we are getting the surprise from them, while they maintained such a acute tolerance in maintaining the operations of your some type of machines like the aerostatic slides or something like that. And there we have found that it's giving us the essence of the industrial research, the latest of the industrial research, and incorporated by this MOU, where our students, they should go for any of the 4 segments, just like in the technology, or say Academy of Excellence and the Advanced Manufacturing Technology. There is a teaching, industry-based teaching is also available. The Applied Mechatronics, Digital Design, and they support the services towards the industry. So this is nothing but an MOU which brings us the industrial research into our periphery, and our students should the essence this one. Then it is not related to any machine tools. You will find lot many things related to electronics, instrumentations, and your the computer programming, the nano level the manufacturing, everything is possible. Now, if we talk about ISRO Kolkata, whose the NIRF rank is near about within 25, I suppose, comparing to our around 75, we are well within the 100, and that they actually given us the sharing of the resources. These are these two upper column is related for the faculty members. But when you were extending these things towards the faculty member, you know very well that the sharing of the resources become. So once the sharing of the resources means that what are the resources? Our resources are the students, faculty member, research scholars, and all these things. So definitely, my dear students, after second year, if you do find a research based your the project, you can easily take the help from ISRO Kolkata if the facility been available there. Now, this is nothing but a best of the best MOU, what we have done in 2018. The first ever incubation center at NIT Agartala is established by ISRO. And 17 of our projects is running very well in NIT Agartala. So the time to come, then when our technology will be going to the space. My dear students, who have chosen NIT Agartala by choice or by default or whatever it may be, you will be thrilled to hear that we are working day and night onto these projects. And there is a holistic development of the technology. What do you mean by holistic technology? Holistic technology means that it should be incumbency based of the local condition. And that particular technology is coming for the future, for the survival of the future, for the survival of the mankind. And that's where with the help of the ISRO, we are doing it. And really, it's a boon, or say it's a feather to our cap to the NIT Agartala, and we are keeping our promises at par their structure, at par their the timings. And as I say that our technology in collaboration with ISRO is going to the space, and as a NIT Agartala alumni, also I started my journey with NIT Agartala, and I do feel as my pride and creating a brand name of NIT Agartala. Next MOU is with a research organization, is NIRI, is related to your energy and the energy reforms and all that. And where the energy is, think we are very scarce and all, we also think of the environment. But what is the essence of the MOU where my students can go, that they can take a project from here, work there, and they come back. There will be joint guidance. One guide from NIT Agartala, one guide from NIRI Mumbai or NIT Nagpur. They complete this project there itself, and which relates to is the industrial importance, the very recent one, modern technologies and all these things, and thereafter they come there. And then we talk about this VNIT Nagpur, as I have already told, that it was the base and the MOU we have signed during the June 2018. And it was under a twinning program of TechIP, where the vice versa we correlate to them. And we tie up for a academic and technical collaboration. When it comes for a academic and technical collaboration, my students and our students is about to get all these things, as because a collaboration in academic means this benefit for the students. So they will click. If every the MOU, if I take, is of 15 to the around 12 to 15 pages, it takes more time. What you do, you come into our NIT Agartala website, and then after you scroll to the MOU, every MOU, the scanned copy is been uploaded. So this is a salient feature is the induction program. I am giving you how the MOU can boost yourself. Then once it is come for a tie-up of academic, facilitated academic and the technical collaborations, and you are there to take the essence of this. You are there to get a benefit out of that. And definitely, while you are getting a benefit of that, we are there to felicitate you. We are there to facilitate you, and like that. The next is a faculty postdoc program. It's only limited to our the faculty. We are training our faculty for our postdoctoral program in collaboration with the IIT Madras, and we signed an MOU for 3 years, but it will be extended for another 2 years. The thing is that what they do, the faculty, for faculty, it's whether it is limited to faculty only? No, it is not limited to faculty only. If they says that if any scope comes there itself, if the scope are there, if students want to go there itself, they can bring the intern. And while we're sending the intern is the paid intern of 12,000 per month. Next is with SLIT, Sant Langwal, and there actually we have signed an MOU, and there our faculty member teach their course, their faculty member teach our course, but through an video conferencing, not by direct coming here itself, just like the NIT Warangal, also whatever other institute. And the most the salient feature is that UG and PG students of each of the institute can take courses or do project work, dissertation work in their institute. That's like that in the other institute. So they will be doing that and then get it transferred here itself to get the degree. So this sort of the facility we have given for our students through our MOU. This is with the base MOU, which we signed at 11th of November 2017. This was meant for an early induction PhD program, but that has to take for a separate, and it took near about 2 years to sign that MOU and onto that PhD program, where our students getting the essence of that. But the other salient feature of the MOU is that there is students exchange been available, and we do have research collaboration. They can access their labs and all that. And the joint project submission of ourselves, where we do submit our joint project, definitely the students been associated there itself. And while we do host the workshop and seminar, as a participant, the students are getting benefited. This is the MOU which changed the demography into the academic arena. I have provided personally for 3 slides for that. Then on the January of 2017, we have signed the MOU. The director, NIT Agartala, Dr. Mugareya, and the Professor Bhaskar Ramamurthy, of IIT Madras, the director at IIT Madras, is exchanging the MOU. And here, this is a unique MOU. Unique MOU means that the students will apply at the end of their almost February, while they are studying their 6th semester, who are having more than 8.5 CGPA or say more than 8 CGPA, they want to go for IIT Madras. Now you've applied it. We have a scrutiny committee comprising of the all HODs, two other deans, a senior faculty member, and myself as the chairman. We sit together. We want to see the tenacity of the students towards the research. Not the CGPA or SGPA, is tenacity to solve the problem. Now he goes, he lands at the IIT Madras. While he lands on the first day itself, he will be getting a stipend of 12,000 per month. So it is, our exam is over by May 5th or the every year. Then he goes by 15th of May, spend there 2 months. Then they give the report of the project. On the basis of this, they are being selected. Every year, my 12 to 13 students have been getting selected in IIT Madras. And this is the details of this, that the admission process, the top 10% is there. These are the statutory lines. But I am telling you that after successful venture of a research venture, the students is admitted into the top level institute like IIT Madras. They never dream for. And they work hard. And every branch you will find 2, 3 the students, my students are there. And they have taken the torch of NIT Agartala to the top. That means some of the branches, our students is becoming almost the topper. And there, in some cases, while I go to IIT Madras, I'm thrilled to hear that your students from NIT Agartala, they're doing miracle or something like that. They're topping this subject, they're topping this the class, they're topping in the research arena, they got Prime Minister scholarship, like that. I'm bringing a story from that. To my mind, no student is bad, no student is good. Only his involvement or her involvement about the study matters. One student, almost 3 years back, came to me that he want to go for the study of IIT Madras or something like that. He's just the CGPA is crossing the 8-point mark or something like that. I banged to this the HOD concern. He said, if he goes there itself, mera naak katwayega kya? Whether they will be defaming us or something like that. The students, he can't even communicate with the proper language. He said in the local language, sir, mere ko to bhej ke dekhiye, you just send me, then you just see what are the consequences. I send him. Every month I have to monitor him. That's because I have taken the risk. If he coming back to the institute is a defame and is a badnami hoga. So that's why I am taking all this, every time monitoring all of that. And within 1 year, I got the result. The students is he is not topping that much in these in subjects or something like that, but he got Prime Minister scholarship, and it is within 15th rank of all India the Prime Minister scholarship. We got a really great applause to him. Another student, he came from another branch, which is the main branch is not available in the IIT Madras. So I have to convert his branch first, and then I have to send it to that particular desired branch. And in that particular branch, his AAIR ranking is somewhere near I think 1.5 lakh se 2 lakh or something like that. Then I banged him. I said, you are dreaming for IIT Madras. You see your grades and you see your the AAIR ranking. If I whether you can, if I select you, can you return back to the NIT Agartala? That the NIT Agartala has a trust on you, and then you will not defame us. He said, sir, mere kuch bhej ke dekhiye. So we took the risk. We have sent my the students there itself, and he came as one of the topper. My dear students, I am just telling you, no first year students is bad. No first year students or any of the students is good or something like that. It is your involvement, and that reflects your tenacity, and that reflects your tenacity, and this tenacity brings your success. Almost I am coming for these are the statutory lines. I have narrated the story very well. So you are free to go through with the lines and with the MOUs, and then after you talk to us while you're free, they feel free while coming into the campus. We have it on a base MOU with the Warangal that explore our duty towards the exchange program. And at that time, we are a little bit novice and nervous to exchange the students, but this particular program is running very well as because the students exchange, the associated, the transfer of credit is there, but the supportive system, and then it was not being generated at that time. Now it is quite okay, and we can transfer any of the credits which has been earned in abroad, which can earn in the year, that is in the system. Our Senate approved this, so definitely NIT Agartala approved this. When NIT Agartala giving such a support towards our students that you should excel through these MOUs, then definitely our students should not get dissuade themselves from that, and definitely take the essence of that and what I feel. And they should exploit the MOU. Exploitation is such a word that you take these word in and the ambience in such a way so that you can exploit yourself and you can exploit us. So while you're doing so, definitely for the brighter future of not for because of your, and it's because of NIT Agartala. The earlier the academic MOU with NIT Suratkal, it lasted for another 5 years. Hopefully it will be extended. And this is the MOU which is signed the Rashtrapati Bhavan, the ONGC, NIPCO, and I built. What is the essence of this MOU? What is it talks about? That talks about a collaborative research in the industrial arena. So it's student mentorship, they are one of the permitting. Joint collaborative research, there is also permitting. And joint guidance is some of the, we are getting some of the engineers are stakeholder, they are jointly guiding this one. So these are there. Again with the NIPCO, is to promote knowledge, to promote knowledge and excellence of the engineering through the research, training, workshops, and the work associations. Definitely, it is available. Once you are ready to take the essence of the industry, you should go there and find out that what the best technology you can do there itself. And with iBuild, it is totally related to your the innovation and entrepreneurship. You think of that, you go for an innovation, inculcating an incubation skill, and there the converting it to entrepreneurship. So these MOU will be very much helpful to you. And then I am talking of the house of urban the poverty elevation, where we are solving some the housing problems, and we are also doing some DPS and all that. But the thing is that while doing so, we are concentrating onto the mind of that the solid waste management, which is coming into in the future for in the future. This is a problem for us. So we are joining hands with some central research organization, and we do feel that it's a typical the solution comes where it's a feasible solution and needs to be taken by the industry. If it's not a feasible solution, then we have to think of ourselves how to we can improvise this. And then this was I think it will, and almost it will be a research-based organization, CSIR NCL Pune. The director CSIR NCL Pune, Dr. Paul is there and all that. And we have done quite a bit very good research onto that the CSIR labs. And our students' samples, these are being tested there. It's basically and mostly basically and mostly it's a research-based organization. So whenever you are dealing with the research analysis from your the second year, third year, you are getting into benefit out of that one. And then I should say is another section is institute relations. I do have an alumni affairs. Our alumni is so powerful alumni that at one time all the chief engineer of the Eastern Zone are being occupied by alumni of this organization. NIT alumni everywhere. You talk of any of the states, starting from any only 3-4 years back, we have taken into account. Most of they are occupying very, very good position. We have a global presence everywhere. They are in USA, Canada, and all that. While you go there itself, they come flock together and all that, doing some meaningful things for the society. They are also helping some of the oppressed students. They are some economic backward students. They are helping sometimes and all that. But it's a quantum type. It's not a periodical or something like that. They have donated some of the statues here, so, and you will find they have done not only some of the good for the society as well as for the institute. They are associated with with your projects and all that. And with what I feel that you have entered in a system that these 4 years or 2 years will give you a perfect shape of an engineer. That every essence of this arena, taking from the greenery, lush greenery of the campus, the huge buildings, a beautiful lake with the migratory birds and the surroundings along with its studies, and where the academics and the academic MOUs, you should excel yourself and think of that association with NIT Agartala. You bring your mind here itself and you excel for this years of stay during there in such a way that itself we see with pride that my students is there. With this, I do not know whether I have taken much time for you, but my speech is a little bit rapid or something like that because as a teacher or something like that. So I think that you go with my lecture. If you find any sort of any confusions and all these things in the year itself, so you should in the future or you should contact us. And my phone number, email is available in our website. I'll feel free that my first year students, his first day itself is thinking about his career. You want to do something with the MOUs. You want to excel, to go for the summer or the outside labs. You want to go abroad or something like that. And you want to do something also for the local conditions and all that. You want to be entrepreneur. You want to go for the incubations. Everywhere we are there as a NIT fraternity. With this, I conclude my lecture. Jai Hind, Bande Mataram.